So they're still working. I'm making millions a year doing nothing now. I work 1 day a year with 1 meeting a year, and I'm making millions a year, and I'm feeling guilty about this. Imagine this. I'm literally, in 21, I am surfing every day in Mexico, down the East Coast. I drove for 3 months through central Mexico, which is a great time during COVID because everyone's scared to talk to you because they think they're gonna die. It's probably the only time I was probably safe to do what I did. Literally drove the whole coastline from Sayulita all the way down to Salinas Cruz, if there are any surfers in here. And it was epic. I mean, we were surfing breaks like all day long, hanging out on the beach with my wife, doing nothing. Literally, I was trying to like answer some calls. People were asking me questions, like work in their businesses or something, help them. But I was just hanging out, surfing and hanging out with my wife, and we were just traveling, meeting amazing people, reading all these books, and I was just like doing nothing. It was awesome. And yet I remember sitting there, we had this like private villa on this private cove just north of a beach called Zipolite, if you ever go. It was a beautiful area, literally just us. And I'm like, babe, I'm bored. And this is like not even a year later. We'd already traveled all over Thailand. We lived for weeks and weeks and weeks on end all over Turkey. I saw every ancient civilization there. Like I still drag her. I just dragged her all over Peru to go see the Nazca Lines for 2 weeks, and Machu Picchu and all these like ancient civilizations, all these pre-flood civilizations for anybody into this stuff, and all these elongated skulls. And I dragged her to these museums in the middle of nowhere to go see elongated skulls and see that they're real. I dragged my wife and she's like, oh God, she rolls her eyes. Where are we going now, right? Not on her bucket list, okay? She wants like the south of Spain, south of France or something. Dragged her to Easter Island. We're looking at all these carved out statues all over the island. She's like, we're looking at Moral Rocks today. I was like, yes, Moral Rocks today, babe. And then we got to go surf on Easter Island. Part of this was building this epic life, but I didn't know it was even possible. And I wish someone would have helped me figure it out, because I was actually not enjoying the surfing trip for 3 months through Mexico because I didn't give myself permission to enjoy it. I was guilty that my friends are still back at the company working. And I had no one to really talk about this to, because none of the people I know had done it like I did. So they're still working. I'm making millions a year doing nothing now. I work 1 day a year with 1 meeting a year, and I'm making millions a year, and I'm feeling guilty about this. My friends are all still working. They're in the grind. My brother is still working 50, 60 hours a week as CTO. What do you do? But that's what I had to do for that company to grow. It sounds counterintuitive. It sounds counterintuitive that the best thing I could do for that company was nothing at that point. I'd already did everything I did. I read the books, I did the work. I went back to here and I worked on the businessman. I joined the masterminds, I did the notes, I did the journal, I did the meditation, I did the transformation work. I joined and did all the work over and over and over and over and over again. I went to every event, read everything, tried to apply everything to the company, whatever I learned. We went to Zappos and studied culture and tried to apply it. We did all the DISC assessments for every employee. We had weekly readings and talks about books at the company. Till one day, one of our employees actually filed a class action lawsuit against us because we made them read motivational books. We paid for their time. According to California law, I paid for the books and I paid for the time to talk about it. And they still filed a class action lawsuit against me for making them read motivational books like Who Moved My Cheese? That's so bad. Eat That Frog First, so terrible. Crucial Conversations, oh my God, it's gonna destroy your life. That's how effed up California's become, right? And there's attorneys that are filing these suits against companies. Doesn't matter though. I know the seeds planted by those books transform those people's lives. And we just need good people to keep doing good stuff. So I did this work. I worked on this plan, and I had to stumble through the promised land. So the question today is, some of the basic things is, what do you need to figure out where you're going next? What is an exit for you looking like? How are you prepping your life, your company, or whatever for the next exit, your next team? How are you building it to grow? Because after you sell out, what are you gonna do next? What's the next thing you're gonna build?